One of the best attitudes to hold in regards to spiritual practice is always looking at what's happening before you and what's happening within you as your mental impressions revealing themselves, as your mental conditioning unfolding and revealing itself, as your hurt or your ideas, your concepts, your beliefs. That is what is appearing. Don't interpret, no need to judge, and definitely don't react to what is arising. Don't react to what is observed. In reacting to what is observed, in reacting to what arises, whether it be circumstantial, whether it be your own thoughts and emotions, in reaction, we further entangle the mind. We reinforce those mental impressions of separation, of hurt, of greed, selfishness, jealousy, hatred, envy. Instead, observe and let be. Observe and let be. Go through whatever is arising before you with detached peace and clarity. You see, the position of observing is free from reaction. Any reaction that you may have to what's arising, any reaction you may have to your own thoughts and emotions, is also observed from the place of non-reaction. The place of non-reaction, you, the observer, is free of reaction. It's free of preferences. It's free from desire. Establish yourself in the place of observing, and it will act as the cleansing mechanism, which will relieve the mind of its faulty, limited mental impressions. It will resolve the trauma. It will dissolve the belief in separation and the foundation of a belief in being a separate entity. It will purify, it will cleanse the mind, and therefore also its extension, which is experience, what you experience as the world, what you experience as situations and circumstances. But you must have the attitude where you are no longer reacting to what's arising, no longer just seeking to manipulate what is arising. Instead, you are in the place of observing. And whatever action arises out of that, it is also observable. The action that arises out of observing is also observable. It's also part of what is arising. Here's where you have to recognize the subtlety of this. You may say, but Sunny, you're telling me to observe and not, but sometimes I need to act, I need to take action. Well, the action, whatever action arises, even if it is non-action, whatever choice is being made, even if it's the choice to not act, is also being observed. You make your home in the place of observation, not within what is being observed. Again, in doing so, you will purify the mind. The sattvic quality of mind will mature. In reacting, in identifying with what arises, we further entangle the mind into more impressions. It's just a recycling of the conditioning. It's a reinforcing of the personal identity. So in this way, all experience is your spiritual practice. Spiritual practice is not something you're doing for 20 minutes a day or when you watch videos like this. Spiritual practice is life itself. Your relationship your work, your job, your financial situation, even you sitting on the couch and what's arising in that moment, that is your spiritual practice. And you must learn to see it that way, because it is an attitude, again, that will cleanse all the wrong ideas, all the wrong impressions, even the subtlest ones. And it will be liberating. So establish yourself in the place of observing, because it is already the place from where you observe, from where you perceive. No longer take yourself to be that which is observed. In motionless, desireless observing, reactionless observing, you cleanse the mind. And the mind becomes subtle enough, clear enough to be able to reflect you as you really are, rather than always making you appear to be this or that. Self-knowledge is something that matures as well. If you'd like to go deeper in on this, and if you'd like to really adapt this simple approach into your spiritual practice, and many others like it, make sure to check out our School of Awakening, brand new, recently launched. We have many free classes and also some programs that may be of great value to you. So I'll link that down below. It's called the School of Awakening. Make sure to check that out. I'm really excited to share that with you. It's something that I've been working on for the past few months, and it's finally, coming to fruition. So I'll link that down below, and I really hope that today's teaching helped you. If it did, please let me know down below in the comments what you really thought of it, and what is perhaps the main thing that you gained from it, and how you hope to implement it going forward. That's all for me for today. I'll see you next time.